Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. You guys got to control yourself because this is the original edition of Dungeons and Dragons, the 3-volume set from, I believe, it's either 1974, 1975, something like that. But it's in heavily used condition. As you can see, the box corners are taped. And when this was stored, apparently they had a book on top of it right here or something, so this side faded from the sun and this side didn't. So you got to be careful. If you're going to store a game for a long time, make sure if it has to be exposed to sunlight, it's like evenly exposed to it, otherwise you're going to get something like that. Show you the 3 books that came in. First one is Men and Magic. This one's in pretty bad condition. This is the second one, Monsters and Treasure. This is in better condition. And Volume 3, The Underworld and Wilderness Adventures. Let's just flip through them real quick. I'm not going to go into detail very much. This one, some of the pages are coming out and stuff, so this was highly used. Basically saying here for equipment, you just need this, and if you want, this isn't necessary, you can use Outdoor Survival from Avalon Hill. A lot of role players like to use the map on that. And of course you need some dice, and if you want, you can get chainmail, the miniature rules too. Here it's going over the characters such as fighting men, magic users. What else do we have here? Clerics, dwarves, elves, hobbits, and other creature types. Now it's going over character alignment and abilities, and got some rules on NPCs. Yeah, these pages here are coming out. Here's your attack matrix. Wasn't like role-playing games now. These actually had a combat results table. And here's your spells. Here's one, Transmute Rock to Mud. Here's Magic Jar. With this device, the magic user houses his life force in some inanimate object, even a rock, and attempts to possess the body of any other creature within 12 inches of his magic jar. So, I got a question there. So you get within 12 inches, let's say, of an elf or something that you want to take over. You take over his body, and then you would drop the jar, I would assume, and it would break, but... But I guess you could just use a rock, so if you drop it, it doesn't break. Alright, contact higher plane. Some of these 6-level spells are cool, like Stone to Flesh, Invisible Stalkers, Disintegrate. Yeah, Hold Person, all sorts of interesting stuff. Oh, there's one picture of a hobgoblin. They look completely different now in the role-playing games, but that's how they envisioned them originally. It's nice to see the artwork, to see the differences between it and the art now for these type of games. Alright, this is Monsters and Treasure. It's like that guy's got 2 faces or something. Here's going over the monsters. Not as many as I thought. Oh, purple worms existed all the way back then, huh? And cockatrices and stuff. Ogres. Yeah, well, ogres I just assumed. Got some other stuff here. Oh, you even got cavemen. Hobgoblins, wraiths, specters, vampires. If I recall correctly, in this edition of D&D, you couldn't really kill a vampire. You could just, turn it away with like a cross or something. I know it's been years since I played this edition, so I'm really picking my brain to remember. More like decades since I've played this edition. Here it's got Subduing Dragons. Balrogs. Wow. Unicorns. Rocks. Cool. Oh, there's a picture of a Pegasus. Elementals. Ifrit. Black and gray pudding. Back in the day, in the 1980s, black puddings and stuff like that, and ochre jellies and stuff were popular in these type of games. You don't see them as often in modern world. I mean, they still exist in D&D, but you don't see them as often in games. Oh, gelatinous cube existed that long ago too. Wow, I didn't realize that. Cool. It's a good book, actually. Picture of a Medusa. Alright, and this is book number 3, The Underworld and Wilderness Adventures, Volume 3. Alright, here's talking about the Underworld and different levels. It's like kind of like an underground dungeon or something. Distribution of monsters and treasure. So this looks like this would appeal mostly to a dungeon master himself, this book. Monster level tables. Nazgul. Wilderness monsters. Actually, this is the wilderness here. Gotcha. And here's some encounter tables. Now it's talking about how to construct your own towers and stuff. Interesting. Oh, it's got catapults and heavy catapults in it too. It's got land combat and aerial combat. Naval combat. And it's talking about command and control and swimming and capturing ships. Cool. Nice. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked seeing this blast from the past, and have a good evening.